So as I was saying, we have a huge body of knowledge which exists which exists in the form of Ayurveda. It exists in the form of texts which have been used extensively by our grandmothers and our great grandmothers in terms of our well-being uh, in different ways, whether it's through Ayurveda or it's just general traditional food systems. What we have in terms of extensive knowledge and which is practically been used over the centuries has all started, disappearing from the urban landscape whatsoever, and partly because we have homes where our connections with our grandparents have actually been severed. We've grown up in a very different way, Western education, different aspirations, busy lives, not being able to connect back to the traditional ways of cooking and eating. However, what impact it has had on our, on our health and our well-being has been tremendous, and it is only being there's only, what should I say, the iceberg of that impact is being actually felt right now, because by and large the urban person is still being reeling is reeling under this whole scourge of mental illness, and has not started even connecting back to the body, that where does it start from the body. Not really have they understood the connection between the mind and the body so well. They both have an impact on each other, as I've started understanding, and this is really what our text says. So while there is a lot of emphasis on what should I say, mental methodologies, methodologies which take care of our minds and the mind, and show how the connection is between the mind and the body. But however, there is a similar connection with the body and the mind, which Ayurveda speaks of very, very clearly. That if you have been able to fix your body, you have your body in balance, you have your doshas in balance, the chances are that your mind will be relatively less cluttered. There'll be a lot more clarity, there'll be more calmness and poise. And that is the connection which I started, really exploring. The other thing which happened during this time is that I started connecting with the whole idea of chemical-free food and the impact of chemicals in causing cancer, apart from, of course, impacting the environment, the soils, the water, and everything around us. So while people were looking at it as an environmentally hazardous happening, I saw how the food chain, which was being affected by chemicals and entering into our bodies, was really creating this epidemic of cancer and several other lifestyle diseases, which had, of course, multiple reasons. The more I kind of studied this, the more I got into what I understood, what the movement of organic farming, and connected with a very large number of organic players who were selling. I noticed that a lot of them have actually had, family history of, cancer, of diabetes, of thyroid, of all kinds of things. And they weren't really figuring out how to manage it. Modern science had no real answers for all of these. They made us dependent on medicines and medications, which caused even further side effects. So what was the answer, really speaking? And I think living without medicine emerged as, in some sense, a possible answer, possible ray of hope, trying to link this whole organic space with this space of complete, what should I say, distress in our own well-beings. I'll talk to you in a little more in my next video. Thank you.